Well, February is Black History Month, and we're taking some time to highlight the trailblazers and the difference makers right here in the Bay Area. And today, Len Ramirez sits down with Dr. Harry Edwards, the man behind one of the most iconic moments in Olympic history.
Dr. Harry Edwards may be best known as the architect of the 1968 Olympics protest, but that was just the beginning of a very long and courageous career in the field of study that he pioneered, the sociology of sport.
Today, the biggest problem that America has is that we're afraid of each other. The biggest problem that we have is that we're afraid of change.
Sociologist and civil rights icon Dr. Harry Edwards says in 2025, America has reached an inflection point.
To the extent that we don't face up to that challenge, there are some very, very, very dark days ahead, because I'm not convinced that we have the best and the brightest people making critical decisions, top to bottom, in American society. We can't go back. To make America great again, even if we could define a point of agreement in terms of when America was great. In the 1920s, when we had an epidemic of lynching.
At 82 years old, Edwards is still speaking up and speaking out on issues of race and equality, politics, society, and sports, just as he did as a student athlete and sociology professor at San Jose State in the 1960s. While earning his PhD from Cornell, he organized the Olympic Project for Human Rights, which led to fellow Spartans Tommie Smith and John Carlos raising their gloved fists on the medal stand during the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City. The moment, which was at first widely denounced, is now immortalized by this larger-than-life statue on the SJSU campus.
San Jose State was perfect in terms of size, in terms of culture. Those contacts were there, but at the same time, it wasn't structured so tightly and so tightly run and controlled that it was oppressive. So it created an environment where it was possible to dream big dreams of change and actually to begin to institute them. And we had the world-class athletes there who could bring attention to these types of issues.
Today, Edwards, professor emeritus at UC Berkeley, worries about the impact of a chaotic social media environment and artificial intelligence.
We have an information glut where the issue, first of all, is to decide what is fake and what is real, what is substantive and what is simply concocted.
He's also concerned about the absence of athletes willing to take a stand on social issues and understands why.
Colin Kaepernick took a stand, and it was made crystal clear there's a huge price to pay.
But he says in American society, new social movements and leaders will always emerge.
One of the things that has become quite clear is that women are going to play an increasing role in that next effort, in that next step. But the one thing that I am absolutely positive about is that she's on her way.
Edwards was recently honored by the 49ers as the team's 2024 Inspired Change Changemaker, an award given annually to people who make a difference in their community. He was first hired by coach Bill Walsh as a team consultant and has been involved in recruiting black talent for front office positions across major league sports. But recently, health concerns have slowed his steps. He's battling bone cancer, which was diagnosed as terminal.
We can't always choose what comes our way, but typically we have some options in choosing how we're going to manage it. And I choose to manage it this way. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing with the same attitude, disposition, and so forth through whatever I have to go through to get to where this phase of my journey on this planet is taking me, and I'm at peace with that.
Dr. Harry Edwards, renowned sports sociologist, educator, and activist, as well as a husband, father, and grandfather of two, always living life his way.